You know, when we eat, it's easy to think it's just fuel, right? You put food in, you get energy out. Simple. But the truth is, behind that simple act, there's this whole hidden world, an incredibly complex process that kicks off with just one single bite. Today, we're going to dive right into that internal world and see what's really going on.
So let's ask that question again. What really happens when we eat? Because I'll tell you, this journey is about way more than just digestion. It's a whole story that involves our immune system, trillions, and I mean trillions of tiny organisms living inside of us, and even a hidden energy price our body pays for every single meal.
Yeah, thinking of food as just fuel totally misses the bigger picture. It is so much more than that. Every single time you eat, this entire internal machine just roars to life. So let's challenge that simple idea, right? Let's see just how deep this rabbit hole really goes.
Okay, so our first stop on this journey? The immune system. We all think of it as our personal bodyguard, our protector. It's there to keep us safe. But what happens when that very same defense system gets confused and starts seeing our food as the enemy? Yeah, it can actually start working against us.
A perfect and pretty intense example of this is celiac disease. It's an autoimmune disorder where your own defense system looks at a really common protein, gluten, you find it in wheat, and mistakes it for a dangerous invader. And what does it do? It launches an all-out attack. It's literally a battle fought inside your own body, all because of something you ate.
And here's how that chain reaction plays out. It's like a series of dominoes. It all starts when someone with celiac eats gluten. Then boom, the immune system flags it as a threat. That triggers this internal attack that actually damages the small intestine. And when that happens, the body can't absorb the essential nutrients it desperately needs. It's just a crazy example of our own protector turning on us.
Okay, so we've seen how our own immune system can turn food into a foe, but that's not the only hidden force at play here. Get ready, because now we're going to meet the trillions of tiny organisms living inside of us. And trust me, they are not just along for the ride. They are major players in this whole game.
Just look at that number for a second. Let it sink in. 100 trillion. That is the estimated number of microbes living in your gut right now. It's a number that's almost impossible to really wrap your head around. It's astronomical.
In fact, get this, we actually have more microbial cells in our body than our own human cells. It is literally like a whole universe living inside of you. This entire community is called the gut microbiota, and you can think of it like another organ, a living, breathing one. It doesn't just sit there. It's actively helping to decide how much energy you get from your food and how much of that energy gets stored.
And if you want to see just how powerful they are, check out this experiment. It's fascinating. Scientists took gut microbes from human donors and put them into mice that had no gut microbes of their own. The result was wild. The mice ended up with the same body composition as the human they got the microbes from, even when they were all fed the exact same diet. That's a huge clue that our personal collection of microbes has a massive say in how our metabolism works.
But we have to put a little asterisk here, a really important one. What happens in mice doesn't always happen in humans. Our bodies are just different, more complex. So while this study is super interesting and points us in a really compelling direction, we have to be cautious, right? It's a powerful clue for sure, but it is not the final answer.
All right, for the last stop on our tour, we're going to look at a hidden cost of eating, one that most of us never even think about. It's the energy it takes just to digest our food. Yep, you heard me right. Your body actually burns calories simply by breaking down what you ate.
The official name for this is the thermic effect of food, or TEF for short. And the best way to think about it is exactly like this: an energy bill that your body gets after every single meal. It's the price of admission for processing all those nutrients you just took in. And check this out, that energy bill is not the same for everything you eat, not even close. Look at fat. Your body only uses, 0 to 3% of its energy to process it. Carbs take a little more, around 5 to 10%. But then, look at protein. Your body uses a whopping 20 to 30% of the energy from protein just to digest it. If this doesn't prove that a calorie is not just a calorie, I don't know what does.
So we've looked at three really big ideas here, haven't we? Our immune system, our tiny microbial companions, and this hidden cost of digestion. So what does it all mean? Let's pull all these threads together and see what the big picture is for our health.
So let's recap those three key takeaways. 1. Our immune system can have a totally unique reaction to different foods. 2. Our personal army of gut microbes has a huge say in how we process calories. And 3. Our body burns way more calories digesting certain foods over others. What does all that add up to?
It shows that every single one of us responds to food differently. It kind of blows that whole simple calories in, calories out idea right out of the water.
And that really brings us to the most important point of all. True health isn't about following some generic, one-size-fits-all diet plan. It just can't be. It's about understanding the incredibly unique, complex system that's humming away inside you. Every single body tells its own story, and learning to listen to that story, well, that's the real first step to being truly healthy.
So that leaves us with a pretty interesting question to chew on, doesn't it? If every single one of us is so radically different on the inside, does that mean the future of food is all about personalization? I mean, are we heading towards a world where our diets are tailored specifically to our unique individual biology? It's definitely food for thought.